Hello everybody. As I sat here and started to take things out to prep for dinner, I thought why not share this super simple, healthy recipe that we do eat, I'd say every other week. I already took out my crock pot. I have a spaghetti squash here that I put in the microwave for 5 minutes, so it's still a little bit hot, though it is a little bit of a hack to cutting it. It is as difficult to cut as a butternut squash if you've ever tried either. So with my super sharp knife, let's see. There's only a few ingredients. We are making spaghetti, squash, and meatballs. Okay. All right, woo, if you can see that steam coming out of there. So we are going to have to take the seeds out of here. It is still super hot, so I'm going to use this dish towel to help me out so I can hold it. This is such a simple recipe. You only need spaghetti squash. I buy frozen meatballs, the Italian style mini ones. You can make your own meatballs if you want. You know, for some time we were running around a lot where, you know, I'd bring one child to school, then the other child back home with me. I would work during his naps. So this was always a quick, easy meal prep that the second I would put him down for a nap, I would throw this in so that I could get to work. Okay, just making sure I get all the seeds out of here. Okay. I see one more little bugger that doesn't want to come out. All right, there's one. And I have to say this medium-sized spaghetti squash makes a lot of cups cooked. I'd say it makes at least 4 cups of cooked spaghetti squash, which is a nice alternative to just having pasta, which I know a lot of us have been living off of these days. And you also are getting some vegetables in here. For those of us doing the 800-gram fruit and vegetable intake challenge, this is a win. This is a heavy, dense, feel like you're eating carbs, like a pasta. Sorry, my little guy is teething badly, so you might hear him a bunch in the background. So now that these have been cut, we're just going to put them in the crock pot and drizzle a little olive oil. You could do it face up or down. I'd say down cooks a little quicker. You can also flip them. They are rather hard to flip for some reason once they're in the crock pot and with the meatballs and the sauce and everything around. Down is better once you've put the sauce in. So you can start them face up, switch them to face down midway through the cooking. Okay, so I'm also making my daughter a grilled cheese. I apologize, I have to flip this. Double duty here. Okay. So I have my crock pot prepared back here. Let's see if I move the camera angle. Well, all I'm doing right now is putting the spaghetti squash in face up. I'm going to take a little olive oil. Let's see, transfer the phone with me. Just drizzle a little olive oil, they're face up, drizzle, okay? Because it'll help tenderize and cook these, okay? All right. Keep this here since I have all my spices here. Turn them around so you can see that. Feel free to use some fresh ingredients as well. Onions, garlic, peppers, whatever you like to add to either your sauce or your pasta and meatballs that you would normally eat, go for it. We keep things a little plainer. Our daughter is a little bit of a pickier eater, so we just do the spaghetti squash and meatballs and the dry seasonings, and she eats it. Sorry, I'm just taking her grilled cheese off the stove. Okay. Plate to cool for a minute. Okay. So now that that's done, we have our spaghetti squash in there. You can take your frozen meatballs, fresh meatballs. If they're frozen, it will take a little bit longer cooking time than if they were fresh. So depending on your family, and if they go in the spaghetti squash as well, it's no big deal. Adds a little bit of flavor. they cook just the same in here. Okay. We love meatballs in this house, so you know what? I'm just gonna make them all so that the following day we can make meatball parm low carb wraps. Okay. So I used the rest of the bag. Now, you can use your favorite jar of sauce. You can make your own sauce. I know me using a jar, my poor little Italian grandma is rolling over in her grave, though I just doctor up the sauce. Okay. So I like anything that I can find that already has garlic in it. Garlic is really good for you. We really like the taste as well. Fortunately, there's not as much kissing that goes on after that. Okay. So I use the whole jar here. And you want to make sure that you've covered most of your squash and the meatballs too, because the sauce is going to help soften everything. Okay. Now this was a 24-ounce jar that I had used. Now going to doctor everything up and mix everything up. Again, I don't measure. I grew up in an Italian household, so basically what we do is shake, shake, shake. So I'll turn the camera to see. I like to just make sure everything gets covered by the seasoning so that you get the full flavor. Let's turn this. Oops, sorry for a little Blair Witch Project moment. So I just sprinkle, again, even though it has garlic in it, we use garlic powder. Bear with me as I'm holding the camera with one hand and using my other hand to pop open seasonings. Okay, onion powder. You can also use the fresh stuff if you'd like. Onions and peppers just don't agree with us in our family, so that's why we use the dry seasoning. Okay, so black pepper. And you can adjust everything according to taste. Use any herbs, fresh herbs or seasonings that you like. This one I'm going to need 2 hands for, so we'll save that for last. The sea salt. I like using oregano. Okay, sprinkled some oregano. And last but not least, my favorite, pink Himalayan sea salt. Okay, and that is really it. So before you know it, dinner will be ready. You can mix everything up, which actually I'm going to do now. Got a little distracted hearing the crying in the background. Okay, mix everything up. Just want to make sure everything is covered by the sauce because the sauce is going to help soften and cook. So now if you have more time, which I know right now a lot of us have more time, this is it. This is a full meal here. If you have more time, you can cook it on low for 3 to 4 hours, or you can cook it on high for 1 to 2, and then just keep it on the warm setting until you're ready to eat it. We like to top it with some ricotta cheese, some grated Parmesan. You know, it's really up to you. Set it and forget it. So hopefully you enjoy this. Super simple as a full meal. You can serve it with a salad on the side, get some additional greens. We make a cucumber avocado chickpea salad. Simple, delicious. Or you can just eat it. It's very filling. The spaghetti squash is very filling if you haven't had it before, and the meatballs with the protein as well. So thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay healthy. It is a beautiful day to stay inside. Have a good one.